So this video right here, it's gonna feel like a stretch at first, but at the same time, it's not. It's really not. And on top of that, yes, shout out to Pusha T for kind of stirring up the pot again. He doesn't even mean to be stirring up the pot. He's just addressing a certain situation, and at the end of So Be It. Oh, check out my reaction, by the way. It's on the channel. I'll put a link down in the description. But ever since So Be It, at the end of So Be It, he was talking about Travis being a snake and putting Drake on Meltdown. You know what I mean? And people have been actually kind of like looking back at that verse and trying to figure out, is there something we missed? So my man right here, Deleted Villain, he's figured it out. He's found it out. And so we're going to figure out what he's talking about. And like I said, it's going to feel like a stretch, but it's not.
So, did Drake diss America too? Since he said it in this song that Travis snaked Pharrell on.
Yeah, act like you love this American but really the truth is you're scared of the six.
Yeah, Drake said that. He rapped that bar with his whole chest. He seemed to cause a lot of ruckus with that one verse. And now that Pusha has everyone's attention since So Be It.
You cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your and your pride in front of me.
People are going back to listen to Meltdown, trying to figure out what caused Pusha T to verbally drop kick Travis Scott in the neck. So what did Drake, Drizzy, the sensitive queen, mean by this?
Again, shout out to Deleted, man. He has this whole segment on his channel called Pack Out. He just cracks jokes on somebody for like 30 minutes. This dude is hilarious. I'm gonna put a link down in the description as well for him.
Yeah, act like you love this American
Is that a jab at American culture that Drake seems to want constant validation from? Something that Kendrick pointed out. At the industry, at citizenship, this man was dissing passports with punchlines. But then Drake says this.
scared of the six. Yeah.
Whoever Drake is talking to, he's clearly set tripping on them, talking about waving flags. I guess we're talking about country flags at that point, Canada versus America. But he's saying that this person is scared to come to the six, to Toronto. That's bold talk from a man who drops disses in cursive.
Yo, his
you
edit
honestly
is
could
funny.
tell when Drake writes his rhymes. He be sounding like he's writing a love letter. Like the Heart Part 6, you know he wrote that. Sounding all sad and defeated.
With the hoes, man. I'm with the hoes.
Sensitive
his
Drake is the
edits
best
is
Drake,
crazy.
though, pause. Except for the Heart Part 6. That was literally 4K Ultra HD ass. And I still want my money back. And I didn't even pay for it. I just want my money back. It was horrible. I could slap Sensitive Drake. The obsessed Drake, the Drake that's obsessed with Rihanna all those years, he comes out with some amazing hits. I'm talking about even the ones that he wrote. Sensitive Drake is the real Drake. Embrace it, queen. So again, for the new rap fans or the fans that never paid
Embrace
attention,
it,
a lot
queen.
of people are asking, who the hell was this dude talking about? And why does this sound like light-skinned warfare wrapped in an 808? What the hell did America do to you? To be fair, Drake went off on this verse.
I melt down
Yeah,
the
he
chains
did,
that
though.
I bought from your boss. Give a fuck about all of that heritage shit.
Easily one of my favorite verses from him. The delivery and the lyrics were insane. Honestly, I wish whoever helped write this had been ghostwriting during the whole Kendrick beef. Cause some of the other verses flatlined. They checked out. They're unalived. Cheap juice on a summer afternoon. Just nasty. It wasn't hitting like the Meltdown verse. And that's a lot coming from me, cause I'm a Ye fan.
I look like I can't look. Okay.
And he dissed Ye as well on Meltdown.
You lucky that Vogue was suing, cause I would have been with the Wassers in Paris and shit.
Niggas in Paris spin to let him know who's he talking about. It was just one of those things where as an old fan, you knew it was a jab at Push and all of good music all the way around. However, he took a quick jab at someone else too. Drake, being Mr. Petty Sassy Boy, will sub the hell out of someone before he ever says your name. Like he got beef but still trying to keep it aesthetic. That Meltdown verse, he didn't just rap that shit. He rolled his eyes into the mic. Real wrist flick energy. Head rocking back and forth, neck popping. And let's be honest, Drake the only rapper who could diss 3
Why is that even a thing that people say about Drake? That he's, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I don't. From what I think is like being mistaken as like sassiness, I think it. Well, okay, nah. I'll take that back. There was that clip of him back when he was younger on that little double date thing or whatever he had going on, and how he was like, yeah, okay, I can see it.
grown men question his citizenship, wonder what's his issue with America, and still sound like he's ordering an ice white chocolate mocha with sweet cream cold foam and the caramel drizzle. Drake and Donald Glover, two sides of the same coin, but the coin got therapy and an art degree somewhere.
The Americans, this is America. Good point out. Good point out, brother. Good point out.
This is the most emotionally intelligent feud hip-hop's ever seen. Like if rap beef had a journal and an inner child workshop, this will be that. Real dramatic, real drama, real Broadway-ish. But the real difference, it's in how they wear their masks. Drake, aka Mr. Petty Sassy Boy. So I think that's what I want to call him from now on. Petty Sassy Boy. He's been cosplaying as a street certified rap demigod ever since he ditched Degrassi and started having ghosts writing his trauma. He wants that American street stamp so bad. It seemed like bruh trying to get jumped in just to be invited to the cookout. He raps like he has ops in every time zone. Meanwhile, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, that man embraced being the weird, black, awkward nerd from the suburbs. He grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Not the hood, but definitely not a sitcom. One of the few black families in a white neighborhood.
Hey man, do your research more on song. I'm not saying that it's the hood, but it's a lot of black folks. It's nowhere near what Drake grew up in, that we know him to grow up in, and even you know what I'm saying, people from Toronto's like, nah, he wasn't from around our hood areas and stuff like that. But definitely, that's not the same thing. Do your research on Stone Mountain before you start talking about Stone Mountain. Like, it's not what you think it is. It's not Gwinnett County. There it is. You're mistaking the Migos upbringing with his. You gotta know about Stone Mountain, Latonia, Decatur area, the East Atlanta situation before you really. It kind of blends. Do your research.
Neighborhood, Jehovah's Witness parents, and foster kids all over the place. Chaotic, yeah, but supportive, safe, and nerdy. And he never pretended otherwise. Childish didn't run from his non-street identity. He weaponized it. While Drake out here scrubbing actor off of his resume, Gambino's winning Emmys and rapping in anime references. Yeah. They both didn't grow up in the trenches. They both had relatively decent lives, but Childish embraced the backpack rapper lane, something like Kanye West did before him. While Drake treated acting like an ex, he denies in public. Both actors, both rappers, both singers. Gambino just always wanted to be taken seriously as an artist. Not for clout, not for street points, but because being a nerdy black kid who writes scripts, sings, acts, and raps doesn't always fit neatly in the rap game's tough guy box. And that's exactly what makes this beef so weirdly poetic. Two completely different suburban kids, both obsessed with legacy. One has an identity crisis, pretending he's from somewhere harder than he actually is from. And the other one embraces who he is, but raps about feeling alienated from everywhere. Childish Gambino is what happens when a one-man band gets bored and decides to master everything. Bruh really said, man, I'ma act, write, direct, sing, rap, make a show. He's not the let me rhyme money with honey for 16 bars type of guy. His flows are diverse. Respectfully, Childish has double entendre, social commentary, dumb smart punchlines, and still finds time to say something that makes you clutch your chest like, damn, why he cooked that hard? Classics, he got those, because the internet is literally a time capsule for weird kids with white.
Yo, Childish Gambino needs to be covered a little more outside of something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Wi-Fi and emotional trauma. Awaken My Love brought funk back from the grave. Camp was a therapy session disguised as a mixtape, and 31520 was a concept album. So layered it had people on Reddit acting like they found the Da Vinci Code. Gambino built his legacy with craft, not just vibes. He's not a trend chaser. He's the blueprint of what a true artist should be. My 2011 Childish song, Break All of the Lights. Childish would say,
"You can't go ham. You's a Jewish nigga."
An obvious nod to Ye and Hove. and take a shot at Drake.
Yeah.
You see, him is Jay-Z and Ye's song off of Watch the Throne, which Jay-Z actually disses Baby, aka Birdman, on.
I'm like, really, half a billion, nigga, really, you got baby money.
Wayne the best. He do
It's
the
crazy
most, and
how
he
this-
makes the most money. I don't think no nigga.
Are y'all watching this? Like, this dude is really doing like research, and this really does, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the rabbit hole goes deep. And it's not like he's capping on some of this stuff. I mean, he didn't do his research on Stone Mountain, the area. You know what I'm saying? Lithonia and all that. Redan High School and all that. But still, yeah.
In the business make more money than us. And so how could you be the best if you don't make the best money, the most money?
I'm not from there. I'm from Michigan.
I'm like, really, half
I just wanted to defend somewhere that I know about.
a billion, nigga, really, you got baby money.
We from Cash Money constantly saying Wheezy has more money than Jay-Z.
As far as money, I mean, right, we can determine that.
Right, we would have to see your bank accounts and things in this
I have no
nature.
problem, but it's gonna cost.
I feel like I have to keep going back to this clip. This is like my third time using this clip in a row, but let's just run it back.
I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking. Watch me take it.
You know that we still gotta do that album.
Yes, you still got to
I
do
heard
that
some
album.
other guys are coming out with that album too. There's two other guys that are coming out. with
Classic time in hip hop. That was funny.
Two other rappers.
Charlamagne got so
coming out with an album
flustered.
together. I don't know where they got that idea.
Charlamagne got so flustered.
So we'll see
What
how
do you
that
mean
goes.
the older guys?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Furthermore, he needs to watch his mouth when talking about Kanye and Jay. We got the comments that he said about Kanye and Jay.
There you go.
Two other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know where they got that idea, but
He's got one album, a few hot mixtapes. He's a beginner. He needs to show some respect when talking to those two.
Yeah, I don't know if I would think that Jay-Z and Kanye got that
so
idea.
mad.
You need to call him Mr. West and Mr. Carter, not those two other rappers.
So this would be the beginning of Childish versus Drake. I feel like Childish felt like, hey, I'm not about to let you go for the greats. Won't you come at me? I'm a new rapper, a new artist just like you. I also was slapping his Bonfire track. I mean, the Camp mixtape was dope, but the Bonfire track went off.
Rapped about my real life, told me I should just quit. First of all, you talk white.
Especially with his unapologetic lyrics that point him as the nerd of rap.
Play this for my cousin, now he can't even think straight. Black and white music, now nigga, that's a mixtape.
He didn't care. He was being himself. And when it comes to this beef between him and Drake, this is where our timeline begins. He was already throwing them subs at Drake from the start.
Man, why does every black actor got a rap song? I don't know. All I know is I'm the best one.
And it just seemed like a friendly competition. He threw a little.
I mean,
jab
I ain't
out
gonna lie.
there,
Hold on.
and it didn't.
Some of them bars was ass to me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. Nah, I ain't gonna sit up there. Oh, that was hard. Some of those are just kind of like, that ain't for me.
Seemed like Drake picked up on it. So now we go from 2011 to 2014. Gambino's in Australia, and out of nowhere, mid-freestyle, he decides to list rappers
That's what I
like
remember
he's doing
right
a
here.
BuzzFeed quiz.
I'm the best rapper, definitely top 5. If these other rappers think they thought they fucking not alive, I cut their head off. That's every rapper living. That's Kendrick, that's Drake, that's Schoolboy.
That freestyle escalated faster than a group chat argument about pineapple pizza. I mean, you can't hate on him. That's what rappers do. It's a sport. They're competitive. He called people out. It escalated really fast and everybody was shocked. But then Gambino did what all chaotic creatives do. He would go and clarify it wasn't beef. It was just competitive energy. Basically saying, I don't hate you. I just want to lyrically drop kick you. Respectfully. In 2015, Drake would finally respond to Childish. In 6 p.m. in New York.
You tried it, so childish, calling my name on the world stage.
So then we get to 2018, and this is where the lore gets a little spicy. Rumors pop up that Gambino named his real-life son Drake.
Drake? The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T? Aubrey Graham in the wheelchair? Drake?
So then that same year, Gambino hits us with Atlanta Season 2. Champagne Poppy, aka the episode where everybody's chasing Drake at this random house party like he's Willy Wonka or some shit. Every 5 minutes is Drake just left.
I remember
Drake's
this.
upstairs. Drake's just chilling in the bathroom. And spoiler alert, Drake's not even there. But see, I think that was the actual joke of it all. Drake's not from the hood. Drake's not in the trap. Drake's not here. He's the idea of being here.
Nice take.
Without
Nice
ever
take.
having to show up. It's almost like Gambino was saying, why y'all keep putting this man in every hood story when he's really a Degrassi alumni? The episode was funny as hell. Basically touched on being in the simulation and how the world is just hypnotized by Hollywood. Drake would actually respond to the episode with an Instagram story post. He would say, "This shit is surreal. I am too high for this." Hey, to keep it lit, the episode had a lot of double entendre messages. Y'all should watch it and comment what you guys find. He's obviously sigging on bruh, but it's polite. He did it in a polite way. A Gemini diss disguised as satire. No bars needed, just one Emmy-nominated episode that said Drake's not here, and honestly, he never was. So later on that year, still 2018, Childish Gambino's This Is America took the world by storm.
This is America. Don't got you slipping up.
It went viral overnight, instantly iconic. People weren't just watching it, they were decoding it. Every frame was loaded with hidden messages.
I remember that.
Police brutality, gun violence, mass distraction, shining a light on Black American issues. It was calling out the youth and the people who scroll past crisis like it's nothing. How we dance through disaster. How chaos unfolds in the background while we hit a Fortnite emote. So as you can see, it wasn't just a music video. It was a mirror, a cultural gut punch in 4K. And the internet couldn't stop dissecting it, frame by frame, like a live action essay on American hypocrisy. It won 4 Grammys, went global, became a classroom discussion, a meme, a masterpiece.
That's wild. Because you know what's crazy? Later on, Childish Gambino actually makes he has a interview where he said the song actually started off as a Drake diss. That is 2 Drake disses that has won a Grammy. One with 4, and the next one with. That is wild.
And for years, we just accepted it as an era-defining protest anthem. The
That's
video ended with
wild.
a cameo of SZA, which we'll get back to later. Y'all gotta hold that thought. Freeze frame that in your memory. Later in 2018, Childish would drop his music video, Feels Like Summer. That was an anthem.
dope.
I still
That was
slap
dope.
that to this day. In his music video, you see a clip of Drake chasing after Future, who was on a bike. I feel like at that point, he was already saying that Drake runs to Atlanta when he need that check balance. He said it a lot sooner and earlier, basically insinuating that he rides Future's wave, but in this case, a bike. Before Drake did that collab.
So are we saying that Childish Gambino is really like the first one to call Drake out on everything Kendrick?
Album with Future, he wasn't toxic Drake yet. He was sad, crying over females Drake. Then all of a sudden he turned into toxic Drake, becoming the light-skinned Future. Ain't nothing wrong with light skins, I'm just saying he's light-skinned Future. And it seems a bit one-sided. Drake really wasn't saying nothing. This was all Gambino. Gambino started it with 2 diss tracks in 2011.
Right here?
Then speed up to 2014, he calls out Kendrick, Drake, and Schoolboy Q on stage. 2015, Drake would finally respond. Then a whole lot happened in 2018. He had rumors of a son named Drake. That's kind of funny, because if he really does have a son named Drake, it's like he's sonning Drake. And then in 2018, he had an episode where he's making fun, saying Drake ain't in the hood. And then that same year, he drops This Is America, which basically took the world by storm. Had the summertime music video with Drake chasing after Future. So from 2018 to 2023, there was no shots, no tweets. Gambino kept doing his artsy genius thing, doing hella movies, part of the Star Wars franchise, and disappearing into random creative dimensions. Drake was still doing Drake, still running the charts, making TikTok hits, and being emotionally available for the streets, just changing personas like it's underwear. But even though it seemed quiet, they never really patched it up between each other. They weren't cool.
Is that a
They were
FaceTime
just
with them too?
Cool about it.
Or was that
And
just
then
something
2023
somebody put
came. And yeah, that silence was gone. And Drake made sure that everybody knew he kept the receipt from 2018. Meltdown was released. Drake hops on Travis Scott's Utopia.
You act like you love this American shit, but really the truth is you're scared of the sex.
At that point, he finally responded to Childish. He even goes into saying this.
TV producers, we airing the shit.
With that obviously being another jab at Childish, with him being an actor. Alright, so 2023 is when it finally got loud.
Okay.
It finally happened. they both started saying shit. They were like, enough of the fake shit. We gonna keep this shit real. So This Is America, the origin story was revealed out of nowhere, like a villain monologue at the end of the movie.
This is what I'm talking about.
GQ
This is what I'm talking about.
Casually says,
the idea for the song started as a joke. To be completely honest, like, This Is America, like, that was all we had. And it started as a Drake diss. Drake? To be honest. It's like, I was like, as like a funny way of like doing it, but then I was like, this shit sounds kind of hard though.
A whole Grammy-winning social commentary anthem. And you're telling us it was born out of the battle of the suburban.
That's where I'm gonna end it for today. But shout out to Deleted Villain, man. You are definitely a funny individual and a very smart and well calculated individual for digging up this whole video right here. The untold beef of Childish Gambino and Drake. And Childish, I kudos. And then kudos to Drake. Drake keeping it on some, I see, I'm just gonna take a little shot. But in Childish, I'm gonna take a shot at you and all my crafts that I'm doing. That is wild, bro. Two talented individuals. Crazy. But yeah, we could say Childish Gambino, probably the first rapper to successfully get a Grammy, not one, but 4 Grammys for a diss track. Hey, call a spade a spade. Until the next time, until the next video, to the next track, y'all be safe.